What up everyone? So let me show you what is happening right now. So basically today our goal is to actually remove the exhaust manifold, which means we need to remove something that is over here, and of course half of the exhaust system itself, which is still hanging from the catalytic converter. So here I can clearly see the exhaust. So we're just gonna properly start removing some plastic parts and go to that place. Then I need to go underneath the car, remove the lambda zones from the exhaust, and basically we need to remove it. For that case, that we need to re-weld a new exhaust manifold, which is supposed to be for each cylinder separate pipe. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna make it into one pipe, right, and then just straight out. Let me just collect some tools and start working. So basically removed a lot of pieces, like the filter, the cap, the box, the top cover, then this thing that properly sits on top of the compressor. And yeah, so basically removed this entire piece around it, and now we have like a full clearance of the exhaust manifold. And I don't know, maybe I'm gonna manage to kind of take it off, but maybe I need to take off this top part of this thing, so we'll see about that. But now I think I'm just gonna go jump under the car, remove those zones from the exhaust. I don't know, can you see it? But it's like sitting like right, those are like two zones inside the exhaust, so I need to remove those, check for some mounting points and unscrew it, undone it, and then we can start figuring out how to remove this piece. Hopefully the screws are gonna be pretty loose, so we'll see about that, and hopefully nothing is gonna break, so cross my fingers for that. Literally only after taking this compressor, the top part, which is laying over there, I managed to kind of get freely to all the screws, but the lower screws, except the lower front and lower end, I took it from the top, but all the underneath screws I took it just with a wrench, 12 size, just if you're curious, if you have the same model, and took it from underneath the car. So now all the zones are off, all the screws are off, so I will try to remove the exhaust. Well, what do we have? Got this thing removed. Very good. Very nice. Sit well. Whew. That was a tough one. So literally it took me like, I don't know, 3 hours to disassemble like basically everything right to the belt. So even if I want, I can easily change both of the belts. And half of the compressor is off, all the plastics, the filter, the housings, and some things, you know. I only broke one thing, which is the hose for this thing, so it broke, but that's not a big deal. It's not a liquid, so not a huge deal. I will order a new one. So yeah, just in case you have the same model, 2-liter compressor, 120 kilowatts of power. If you wanna take off the exhaust manifold, you can leave the filter, you can leave it. You need to remove half of the compressor, which is sitting over there, and of course the plastic cover that was sitting over here. Remove like 8 bolts from the top, then one and one in the front also from the top, and then there's being like 3 or 4 bolts underneath, so you have to take off the underneath cover so you can get your hand in and just do it with a wrench. The bolts for it, just in case you are asking, those are copper bolts, like nuts, right? So those are good ones, just in case you want to put like a new ones, like use only copper. It's better, it's not gonna stick, it's not gonna break later on, so yeah, that's a very good thing. So the whole manifold over here I took off. I tried to, without unscrewing here, I tried to take it off, but it was just like how they say it, very tight to like wiggle it out. So I broke one nut from this side, and I tried to like undo this one too, and then just the whole head just like spinned off, and it just took off from all the bolts. So just in case you want to take it off, first at least try to take those 2 bolts off, and then like remove this first, and then you can remove this very easy without any, you know, problems. But yeah, over there we have the gasket, which is good. And now what I think I'm gonna do is actually looking at the plates. Those plates are pretty thick, which is a very good thing for me. And what we need to do, so let me show you real quick. Maybe I have a marker. Yep, good. So the thing is, over here on this part is our compressor sitting like, I don't know, 1 or 2 centimeters away, so we don't have much of a space, which means we're just gonna do copy from here with a different pipe, just like that. With a different pipe, we're just gonna go like there. Second one also supposed to go separate. Third one probably straight down, we'll see, maybe it's gonna twist a bit. And this one also, we'll see. So the whole thing is why I am doing this. So this manifold is actually, as you can see, it's like all connected into one, and then at the one end the whole thing is just like straight into one. If you want to get better flow for your engine, which means if there is a better flow for exhaust fumes to come out, it can produce slightly more power where the injectors are, which is better for your, just in case you wanted to increase your power, increase the flow, increase, you know, like the speed, the power, and the sound too. So what we need to do, we need to separate all 4 exhaust pipes from each cylinder and make it go at least like a half a meter, like with 4 separate cylinders, like four separate pipes. Basically here, like this part is where it goes to underneath the ground, to underneath the car. So the whole pipe solution is to make all the pipes go somewhere around here, where this thing is just gonna go underneath the car. And over here, those 4 pipes are gonna go inside into one big pipe and then go straight, like straight to the end. Of course, resonators and stuff, but basically that's what we need to do. We need to remodel this thing with 4 different pipes. You saw there is pretty a lot of space to do it, except this part where the compressor was. So only this part is gonna be slightly trickier to do, but the rest is gonna be a lot of like space, so not a huge deal. We don't have to, we're not gonna put some kind of turbo or something. We just want to create different, nicer manifold for the sound, for the power, like improvements. And of course we're gonna put bigger pipe, not this one. This one, I don't know what size it is, but I think maybe it's 60 millimeters something. Let's measure. Oh, it's 55. So that's small, like that small. Our pipe is 10 centimeters. So imagine coming with those 4 pipes from 55 to 10. That's almost double, which is also very good for the flow, for the power, and basically for the sound. And all 4 pipes supposed to be kinda fit real nice into that one big pipe. So yeah, that's the thing. Right now I think I'm just gonna order a new manifold, like the same one, like original one used, just in case I will need it. But how we're gonna do it? We're gonna need to cut off this whole plates. Those are like separate, very interesting. Usually these manifold plates are like into one piece, but for some reason this was like separate. But I think that's kind of good. So we need to pre-cut this one. Then we're gonna need to find all kinds of pipes, all like 45, 90 and so on, and basically start building our way to the bottom where it twists and goes underneath the car. So yeah, that is kind of the thing. So I hope you kind of understand the business, the thing that is happening with an exhaust, because obviously to increase sound, increase power, increase like big bangs and so on, you need exhaust, not just straight or at least like removing mufflers, but you need, if you want a really good exhaust, you have to make from the engine right to the back, like the whole system supposed to be redone, remodeled, reshaped to be basically better version, right? And I will try to make it legally like approved. And what I'm saying by legally is that here is like a manifold. So here there's nothing in the system. There are one zond and then there is another zond. We're gonna put those lambda zonds inside the exhaust, same places where it was, so the computer sees and reads the same flow and everything's supposed to be correct. Now over here, this is our catalytic converter, which is like pretty expensive thing, right? But this is like decreases the flow, or I will need to have like a big one, like for 3 liters and up. But what I'm thinking, that we're gonna make the system bend like the same way, then we're gonna pre-cut, make joints, like connections, and when I will need to go like technical inspection, I will, let's say, remove either resonator or just a straight pipe. I will remove it and place it the same length with connections, the catalytic converter. So and then there's like the end of the system where, you know, the muffler. So that's, the muffler is gonna be there. It's like sport muffler, so it's alright, nothing is wrong with it. Only the requirement is to have catalytic converter. So obviously we're gonna see how it will perform with the converter and without it. And just in case, if you don't need to remove it, anyways, we're gonna have few connections just in case to put it a straight pipe, and that's how we're gonna do all the flow. But yeah, overall that's kinda the thing we're dealing. So now it's no muffler, no exhaust, no nothing, just straight hole down. And now we're gonna have to remove the plates and start building from the engine from over here and start the shaping of the whole exhaust and make it into one piece. I hope I'm not boring with that talk, but I'm just trying to explain what is like actually happening, just in case you have any questions, so you don't have to ask again. So I hope you like it, what I'm doing, because today I just removed the exhaust manifold. That's it, that's all I did. And I will search for spare part for the manifold. I will order it just in case I will need, you know, it can be ruined, I can do mistakes and so on, so I will have a spare one. But yeah, overall that's gonna be it for today, guys. So thank you for watching. If you like this episode, you know what to do. You drop a like, and see you guys next time.